All right, guys, welcome back. T-Bone here. Going to be talking just a little bit today. This is a cryptid episode, but I wanted to start this episode out with keeping you guys informed of what the new setups are going to be like here. Hope this wind ain't messing with the GoPro camera mic too much, but I got me a brace made so I can mount now the DJI camera to my helmet, and I can take it back to my regular motovlog stage. If y'all get your Osmos 3, if you go to get you one and you decide that you want to try to do this with your camera, just let me know and I'll do a little bit more extensive episode about what went into making the brace to hold the DJI camera. But I have been playing with the camera here lately, getting it ready, seeing what all can be done with it. Now, of course, I've got the microphone for the DJI set up inside of the helmet, along with the GoPro microphone. I'm going to keep my face shield so I can go back and forth. If I decide I want to go with the Pro one day, I can. The DJI, I can. But I got it set up, guys, so we can just drop this down into the holder. Make sure everything locks into place on the DJI. And from this point, I have full control of the helmet, full control of everything that's going on. So when I put on my helmet and I'm ready to shoot some content, I just put my helmet on. Everything's set up on the face shield. I just pop it on. And I'm ready to shoot content just like that right there, guys. And when I'm done shooting, I just pop it off and there you go. But let's get on with today's episode and let's get to where we're going to go so we can start shooting the episode, cryptid episode about Champ. So you guys hang tight.
Welcome to Rolling with T-Bone Presents Cryptids, UFOs, and Paranormal Stories. I hope that you enjoy.
All right, guys, so we are going to head out here. Got to remember not to talk so loud too when I'm shooting with this camera. But we are going to head out here and we're going to shoot our first cryptid episode on the DJI. So I'll go ahead and turn the GoPro on. That way I can kind of get a little B-roll footage in here for you guys so you can see what it looks like going down the road on my helmet. Alright. Man, I hope everybody's doing good. I know we got a bunch of friends that are down in Daytona right now, enjoying Bike Week. I jumped on Moto Bomb Virginia's channel this morning for the right at the end of the coffee episode he had, and looked like second cousin Ray Ray wasn't feeling too good. Ray Ray, I hope you get to feeling better. I know you was talking about coming home. I think your sugar got all out of whack, but man, we hope you get to feeling better. But yeah, guys, just out here on the Miss Jazz, and if y'all notice the camera angle's a little bit better. I learned how to, I've been playing with the DJI here for a while, guys, trying to figure things out with it, figure out what it do, what it don't do, what it can do, what it will do. The only thing, guys, with the DJI over the GoPro is that I actually miss my voice commands that came with the GoPro. Turn that GoPro on, let it record us a little bit going down the road. Yeah, I do miss the do miss the voice controls, because the voice commands on the GoPro do work good. I've got no complaints with the voice commands on the GoPro. They have always worked good, done what I needed them to do. And I know y'all think, you're probably wondering about this in front of me here. It don't affect my field of vision at all. Actually, it's not bad. The gimbal makes sure that it tracks. It stays kind of on track here, but yeah, it's not messing with my field of vision at all. I can see everything. But yeah. So today we are going to talk about America's version of the Loch Ness Monster. And of course, our version of the Loch Ness Monster is Champ. Of course, Champ got his name because he is in Lake Champlain. Lake Champlain is between New York and Vermont, and it edges into Canada a little ways. Lake Champlain is I think it's 123 miles long, 15 miles across at its widest points. It's about 400 foot deep, so yeah, you can definitely hide a monster inside Lake Champlain. Tell you, wearing gloves, guys, I can't do nothing wearing gloves. But yeah, Champ, of course, in Scotland. We're talking, about Loch Ness, talking about Nessie. Alright, guys, sorry about that. Had to pull over and see where everything was at. You kind of got to do that sometimes when you're recording and shooting video and making content. I know this DJI microphone is the bomb. This thing works great. Of course, I have been working with the camera. Like I said, I've been spending some time with it, trying to get to know it, trying to figure out what it likes and what it don't like. But anyway, Nessie was first seen, of course, over in Loch Ness in Scotland. A little bit about Loch Ness. It's 23 miles long. Nessie was first seen in the 1930s. And of course, the one photo that we have of Champ from Lake Champlain, everybody kind of talked about the resemblance between Champ and Nessie. Now, Champ was first seen, like I said, well, the first report of Champ was made back in the year 1609 by Samuel de la Champagne. He claimed he saw Champ, and that's how Champ got his name, of course, from Lake Champlain. But he was a explorer who was coming to the New World, and he was in the New York, Vermont area, the valley, and he claims he was the first one. He recorded it in his log that he had seen Champ. He had seen the monster of Lake Champlain, is what it became to be known. But now we got to talk a little bit about what the scientists are saying. Now, of course, science is not going to back everything that you or I believe in, or they're going to try to change it. But there are the photo that was taken of Champ has been ran through several different databases, and it is found to be a real life photo. It's a real photo. It was not Photoshop. It was not, nobody messed with it, and scientists can't explain it. So then let's talk about what the scientists are actually saying about what Champ and Nessie might actually be. Now, according to the people who are a lot smarter than me, they believe that Champ and Nessie are supposed to be extinct dinosaurs called plesiosauruses. They believe that they went, extinct a long time ago. And they say what people report looks like a plesiosaur, but now they will not say that plesiosaurs are still alive today. They're not going to lend that kind of merit to anything that anybody sees or believes. But yeah, man, they think that if they were real, if Champ and Nessie were real, they would be plesiosaurs. Now, could it be that some of these plesiosaurs have escaped detection, have escaped, being found, and are only being seen in rare glimpses? Excuse me, guys. Of course, yeah, anything is possible like that. Why couldn't it be? Why couldn't Champ or Nessie be a plesiosaur? But the creatures that we're talking about, the cryptids, of course, are in lakes. Big lakes, mind you. Now, like I said, Lake Champlain is 123 miles long. It's 500 square miles big, 40 foot across, 15 miles across, 400 foot deep at its deepest points. Absolutely, you could hide something in there. But let's go ahead and move out of the lake thing, and let's move into the ocean. Let's talk just a little bit about the ocean. So what I'm going to do right here, guys, is I'm going to put in some photos of some sea creatures as we talk about this that science has never explained, and I'll be sprinkling them in. But I want to talk about what is the possibility of a creature like Champ or Nessie not just being in the lake, but being in the oceans. Now, we have only explored about 2% of the ocean, and we know that the earth is made up mostly of water. Guys, there is so much of the ocean that we have never seen. We really don't know what's in the ocean. Let's just go ahead and say that. And I've got a theory about these explorers back in the old times, back in the 1600s, 1700s, who were doing these regular. They were on their ships. They were doing regular trips from England to Jamaica to Spain, doing trade and commerce. If you look back on all those old maps, and I'll try to find one and pop a picture of it up, there are pictures of like giant octopuses and giant fish and stuff that people are saying, well, they just drew them in as decorations on the maps. Did they? Or was they reporting, or was the navigator drawing what they saw maybe in that part of the ocean and put it on that map out in the ocean water on the map? We never know because we weren't there. But let's just think about that for a minute. And here is a piece of scientific proof that I can give to you guys as we talk about the chances of a plesiosaurus, or just whatever creature or sea creature can be out there. Now, we all who have seen the movie Pirates of the Caribbean have heard of the Kraken. There is stories as old as shipping itself that goes back about a giant sea creature, a monster, with long tentacles that would sink ships, and everybody always thought that was make-believe up until 2006, because in 2006, guys, the Kraken came to life. The Kraken was real. That was when the very first giant squid was actually found and seen and studied. So nobody would have believed that the giant sea creature that all these seamen were talking about was a real creature. That, no, you're not going to get drugged down into Davy Jones' locker. There you go, Salty Badger. I'll put in a little Davy Jones locker for you. But then in 2006, the giant squid was found, and, you know, it was proven that these guys weren't just out here seeing things and making things up. It was a real creature. So the Kraken moved from cryptid to real animal. So that's what I'm saying about the oceans, guys. When we think about the oceans and we think about what we have not explored, and we keep seeing all these weird looking fish that keep, you know, turning up in nets, and people are catching them. And, you know, if you want to jump on YouTube, you can find all kinds of stuff about sea creatures, real life sea creatures. There's a lot of compelling video out there. But when you think about that, and you think about the Kraken, which was a monster becoming a real live sea creature, moving out of the realm of impossibility into real life, then that has to make you ask the question, what else can be out there that's real, that's maybe just under the surface of the water in the world's oceans, and even in the bigger lakes like Lake Champlain and Loch Ness over in Scotland and other big lakes. I mean, these two aren't the only two plesiosaur type animals to be seen. They're just the ones who have gotten the most attention. You know, and I find it funny that even in Hollywood, an accidental movie script, you know, that turned out to be a phenomenon back in the 70s. Of course, I'm talking about the movie Jaws. Back then, nobody really thought that a great white shark would get that big until they found the megalodon. And there are some huge sharks swimming around the ocean, guys. And we always think of sharks. We think, well, sharks come up to the beach and we see sharks, you know, on TV, and people are reporting on them, and, you know, you're always going to see the fin. There may be sharks hundreds of miles out in the ocean away from land. We don't know what size they could be. Yeah, there could very well be a megalodon out there. There could be a 30-foot long shark out there. And I find it, you know, kind of ironic that Hollywood with the movie Jaws would touch on that subject just a little bit and bring a megalodon shark to life for the whole world to see. And, you know, the shark looked fake, but the movie Jaws, it touched on something that we've talked about before on Rolling with T-Bone, especially in the cryptid episodes. It touched on the primal fear, the fear of the unknown, the fear of something out there that's bigger than me, maybe even something out there that's bigger than the ship you're in. So when you look at it like that, it plays on primal fear. And man, that fear is real. I mean, that primal fear is very, very real. And guys, moving their equipment around today. But, you know, I also think about too, guys, when you start talking about things that can't be explained, and especially when you're talking about sea creatures, you know, the good thing is that unlike with Bigfoot, Wolfman, Lizard Man, you know, there's a chance you can run into them on land. But there's also a chance you can run into these sea creatures in the water too. Because, you know, divers are getting braver. Divers are going out further into the ocean. They're using submersibles. And man, they're really starting to see a lot of crazy stuff out there. And of course, another cryptid that shares its home in the water with the likes of Nessie and Champ, of course, are mermaids, but that's a totally different episode. Y'all let me know if you'd like to see a cryptid episode on mermaids. Yeah, guys, that's, you know, it's crazy to think about all that stuff and to think that it could be real, and to think that we just don't know about it. But I tell you what, guys, let me run over here. I'm going to get a little go-go juice from Rich Jazz, and then we'll come back and we'll continue on with this episode, because this is a great topic. I love this topic. Y'all hang tight. All right, guys, as we try to make our way out of town here, you know, one of the cool things that I learned about Champ in my research was that actually Burlington, Vermont, and one of the other places there that they believe is actually Champ's home, where he stays most of the time, is a port. T-Bone, future T-Bone, put the name of that port right here. I don't forgot what the name of it is, but anyway, they passed the law that protects Champ, that you cannot harm him, you cannot try to fish for him, you can't pet him, you can't approach him, but I just think it's kind of cool that they love their cryptid so much that they would, you know, go ahead and protect him, give him his own law of protection. I just think that was very cool. You know, and I have heard about other places doing similar things, like with up in Canada, they've got a law that protects Sasquatch. Yeah, guys, I'll tell you, Lake Champlain, we're talking, of course, about Champ. Now, Nessie was a little bit different than Champ, because Nessie was the first aquatic cryptid, I guess, to go mainstream. And then, of course, I couldn't find the first report of Nessie that I found was, like I said, it was in the early 1930s. And mess with the camera a little bit, try to get it recentered here. But Champ, like I said, 1609, Samuel de Champlain was the first one to actually document that he had seen Champ, spotted Champ. So very cool. Champ, you know, 1609, so that makes Champ a very old cryptid, and that means that Champ was actually spotted and documented before Nessie, as far as we know. Now, I can't make that, you know, make that claim and be 100% accurate that that's what happened, but it seems to be that Champ was spotted a little bit before Nessie. And I'm going to take the back way, because I know I saw a funeral procession going through town as I was filling up with gas, and I know right up here at Crest Lawn Cemetery there is a funeral going on, so we're going to go down through here real easy. We're going to go down through here real nice as I keep messing with the camera. I'll get it right. I'll get it where I want it eventually. But you guys, let me know what you think. Y'all enjoy the aquatic cryptids? Are y'all more into Bigfoot, Dogman, and Lizard Man, and all those other cool cryptids out there that we've been talking about here on Rolling with T-Bone? I think they're all cool myself, as I continue to mess around with the camera a little bit, because y'all can't see what I'm seeing, but I can actually see that the camera got off just a little bit. And again, you know, it's one of those things, I'll just have to play with it and get all the bugs worked out of it, because the camera keeps wanting to recenter itself, so I've got to work on that. But yeah, man, Champ, guys. So y'all drop down in the comments from here, and I'm going to give y'all another little bit to do, because that worked out last time. And again, what I would like for you guys to do, if you don't care, is to jump down in the comments and pick us another cryptid. And also, or UFO or paranormal or any story you would like for me to check out. Last week's video, I want to send a special shout out to Slickhead Custom for his request of Cropsey. That turned out to be a pretty cool video. And this is one of those things, guys, as it goes with you guys watching, you rolling with T-Bone, and it goes with me shooting this content, is that we're all learning stuff together. And I think that's just very cool, because I learned something new. I'd never heard of Cropsey before, knew nothing about him. But Slickhead made the suggestion, and it was some very interesting learning that I did there when it come to Cropsey. But I tell you what, guys, I think we're going to say this episode of Cryptids of North America, Rolling with T-Bone, is in the bag. So, what I would like for y'all to do, drop in the comments, let me know what y'all would like to see next. But, until the next time, I know my videos, and let me touch on this real quick before I leave you guys. I know my videos have been being a little shorter here lately, but the work time crunch, I've been doing a lot more work, getting busier. We've been working short staff, plus just everyday life going on. So I've stepped away from the lives. I've stepped away completely from the rabbit hole. But y'all still remember to go over there and support John on Unchained down the rabbit hole. Just because I stepped away doesn't mean it's not good content, not good to watch, because John does an excellent job. Him and Coy, his brother, and then you got I think Ray's Moto Life is going to become regular there. But y'all go over there and give them guys some support. Tell them T-Bone sent you if you haven't checked them out yet. We always want to try to support our YouTube friends out here who are trying to do their thing with their channels. But until the next time, guys, y'all just remember to like, share, comment, and if you like what you see, maybe consider giving us a subscription. And until the next time, guys, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and hey, thanks for watching.